What's up? I'm gonna make this video about Elder Scrolls Online. I saw a video by some ordinary gamer. I think it was some ordinary gamer. I want to say it was some ordinary gamer. It might have been someone else, but it's basically someone who kind of likes to focus on gaming, or has gaming in their title, one or the other. But basically the person had issues with the game itself. I believe he was having issues with the PC version. But I don't own a PC, so I can't speak for the issues that this person had. More than likely they're just, it's something that's kind of like just limited to like his instance of the game. But still, as far as what I got out of what happened to him is pretty fucked up. But it made me decide to do like a kind of a review of the game as it is on console. I have an Xbox One, so yeah. Yeah, so it came out on console recently, like almost a month ago, not quite a month. But the game itself, when it first came out, was having issues with connecting, server problems from hell. Mostly just server problems from hell. That's really it. Once you got into the game, you started playing, it'd kind of be laggy. And then you get kicked from the server, and then having to like reconnect and all that. But with every update, it seems like they're getting a little bit better with it, and a little bit better with it, and they're actually working on it and trying to fix it to make it work. I believe they're on their 4th update within the last like less than a month, so they're definitely actively working on it, which to me shows that they actually give a damn about the game, and they're trying to make it work. And it's just something like what you normally have to do with new releases, which is just kind of, wait for it to work its bugs out. But the servers are actually starting to be like stable. I still have every now and then the game will crash, but like it won't, not like how it was when it first came out, where it would happen like every hour. It would just crash, just randomly. It's like you're playing 1 minute and all of a sudden it'd freeze and then cut off, and you go all the way back to the dashboard of the Xbox, and you'd be like, what the fuck? And you'd have to restart the entire game back up and log back in and go through the like hour-long wait of just waiting in a queue line for it to connect. Or you would be in this like constantly having to hit A because you keep getting kicked back into the main menu of the game, so you kept having to hit play and go back into it and all that, which I eventually got to the point where I was just like, fuck it, I'll go play on the European servers. So now I have an Aldemary Dominion character on the European servers, which I'll probably never use again now that they've actually worked on the servers. The only time I ever use is when they're doing maintenance, which normally happens like late at night, which, I work nights, so I end up having to deal with it sometimes. But, yeah, at this point I have, on the North American servers I have a Daggerfall Alliance Orc, and I have a Ebonheart Pact Dark Elf. So I just occasionally switch between the two. The Dark Elf I use because several of my friends went off into the Pact, so I was basically like making my own guild completely from scratch by myself over in Daggerfell, and then I joined his guild in the Pact, and yeah. But it got me to actually like basically walk around the map and try to. I had the moment to where I could actually like. Okay, when I get in open world RPG type game, I have to explore every corner of the map, every single corner. I can't leave a corner unexplored. Like, if it's there, I'm gonna walk over it at some point. Like, I'm the person that in GTA has to explore every inch of that map, even if I know that where that one spot is, all there is a rock. I still have to go there just to see that rock to make sure that I've explored every inch of the map. I'm that guy. And like, I like to take the freedom you give me and go to its limits just because I can. So so it's like I got to see a lot of the bugs of the game. So far, the only issues I've had with the game is the servers would have issues with joining. The game might occasionally now drop, like just, you know, drop. Like, it just stop working, you're back at the dashboard, good job, kind of shit. But the main issue that I'm having is NPCs disappearing. The last update has kind of fixed that. So when the last update came out, I immediately went to see if I could actually do my quests, because at one point I couldn't do any quest at all. Like, I would have to walk around and hope for that moment where the random person just runs up and like, hey, I got a quest for you. And then I do the quest, and next thing I know, I'm getting attacked by invisible fucking mages, so all I can see is this fireball just forming and then shooting at me, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I can't hit them, because they're invisible, so it's like they're not there. And I'm over there, like, breathing fire towards them, and it's not doing shit, because apparently when you're invisible, it also makes you immortal, or invulnerable. And I'm like, well, fuck you too. And then I have to run away like a bitch with my tail between my legs, and then I hate that. Especially because I'm an orc, and it's like, come on. That's like even worse. Orcs don't run from battles. So, yeah, with the last update, that kind of got fixed. I occasionally will walk into a room, and it'll take a second for the quest-giving NPC to actually spawn in. Like, I'll get into the room, and it's like by the time I walk to the end of the room, the quest NPC will spawn. So it's not like a long length of time before the NPC spawns, but it takes slightly longer for it to spawn compared to the non-quest giving NPCs. So, yeah, but at least I can now access the quest. It just takes a second longer for the NPC to come in. But, other than that, the game's still, like, it's rare now, but it still happens where you end up getting kicked back into the dashboard and the game just, like, crashes. Overall, though, the game itself is actually really good. When it first came out, the spawn rates of the resources was stupid long. Like, it would take several hours for iron to respawn in. I'm like, iron is the first thing you would use. This is stupid. I'd understand if it was like freaking, I can't remember what the purple one is. Void something. Some kind of void thing. Something that I've not heard of until I played this game. But, yeah. Orcrillium I would expect to also take a little longer. But, yeah, it was like on iron. It would like take several hours. So me, I like to craft stuff. If I see ore, I'm getting that. And it was really annoying to try to craft stuff. I love crafting my own stuff. And I like how it also says my character's name on the bottom. Like, this is who crafted it. I think that's really cool. So even if I like trade it off, other people know where you got it, kind of thing, which is awesome. And now I've gotten to the point where I'm actually crafting stuff that's stronger than anything that I can actually find. Like, none of the quest items are better than my stuff, even when they're on the same level. And that's just simply because I craft stuff all the time, so my crafting level is higher than my, you know, actual base level, so that, you know, I'm always crafting at a better level than, well, I'm crafting stuff that's better than what the normal level stuff is. Like the other day, I picked up a blue, what's it called? Battle axe. Picked up one of the superior battle axes, which is blue, and I have in my inventory two long swords that I made myself. Not long swords, but they both had like some kind of enchantment on them. But their actual like base attack without the enchantment was higher than the superior two-hand that was on the exact same level, which was at my level, my current level, and I had just made those swords. So I thought that was really cool that I'm on that level of crafting with, you know, blacksmithing, that I can actually make weapons that are stronger than superior weapons you can find out in the game. I just don't have all the stuff I need to bring the superior weapon, like bring my swords up into like superior and then into epic, which is what I want to do. But if I did have all that, I'd probably wait till I can get up into like, you know, Orcarium. I'll probably get Orcarium. I have trouble saying that word. You know, the green, you get the orc type stuff. But yeah, overall the game itself is actually really good. I was expecting it to be shittier than it is. So I'm kind of excited for the DLCs that are supposed to come out for it. Yeah, I wish there was more people on, because there's certain quests where the like main guy that you're supposed to go fight through all of his fucking little lackeys, and then you get to him and he just beats the living fuck out of you. Like, you kill all of his lackeys single-handedly, but the moment you reach him, he's like all of his lackeys put together times 20. So you get to him and you're like, yeah, I can take this guy. I just killed all his lackeys in 2 hits each. It's like, yeah, I got this. You go up to him and he just beats the fuck out of you, and you're just like, what? It's like, that's bullshit. It's like, Jesus, he doesn't need the fucking army. He's a one-man fucking army himself. It's like, why are we having issues with people coming in and attacking? It's like, just send him into he'll go kick Molag Ball's ass and everyone else's. It's like, the Daedra are afraid of this guy. That's what it should be. It's like, just send him in there. He'll go take over Oblivion for us. But it's like some guy that used to be working with you, but he did something stupid and then ran, and then you have this choice of like kill him or fucking some other bullshit. Which I always choose to kill because, you know, I am an orc and I try to stick with like the honor kind of thing that orcs would be like. Like the orcs back in the time frame of which it is, the orcs are supposed to be very like warrior culture and believing in like honor with to fight. If you've ever played Morrowind, you actually meet an orc who's decked out in orc armor, which I miss that orc armor. The orc armor of Morrowind, if you've never seen it, is like a samurai looking armor. It looks pretty cool. I think the epic armor for the orc, depending on which class you pick, kind of looks like that. It's just a little more revamped. But the orc that you meet in Morrowind kind of gives you an idea of the orc culture, because he's like, you know, it's dishonorable for him to not die in battle, and he wants to die honorably. So we basically walk up to him and he asks to challenge you in a fight. You have to accept it or you can decline it, but to die honorably, it's basically like it has to be like both parties are willing and it has to be a fight. So to orcs, that's how it is. It's kind of like Vikings in Valhalla. In order to go to Valhalla, you have to die in battle, and showing your strength, and that's the only way to die honorably, kind of thing. So basically, that's what orcs are like, and yeah. So I try to stick with that when I'm playing because I like to role-play in role-playing games, So yeah, but the fucking boss people are like ridiculously strong, like stupid strong. It's like, why the hell? I need an entire fucking party to actually take on this guy. It's like, I need a healer here. Somebody heal me. It's like every now and then I'll find, like, this random person will be doing the quest too, and it'll be two of us, and we'll both be on, like, level 20. The guy we're fighting against would be, like, level 20. We'll run in there, and we'll try to fight him, and we're both, like, about dead. And then we just barely managed to kill him. It's just like, well, shit. It takes two of us to kill this fucker. That's retarded. And, like, I have all of my stats on health. So, and he's just, like, knocking down my health non-stop. I'm just like, fuck this guy. It's like, level 20 tank, my ass. Turning me into a bitch over here. So I have issues with that a little bit. But I kind of get why they did it. It was the simple fact that you can just take an entire party in there. And it's something where it's like open, so like a person walking by who's not even doing the quest can actually just jump in and help you out if they want to, which is awesome. But yeah, the bosses seem a little too strong at times, and then other times they seem too weak. It's like there's some bosses that I'll walk in there, they'll be on my level, and I just like, jink, jink, you're dead. I'm just like, what the hell was that? And then you'll have people that you walk in and they just won't fucking die. And, I'm sitting there, like, using, like, all these different spells that are all racked up to my stamina. And then I have, I'm a tank, so I figure, I should be able to take a beating, but apparently not. So, yeah, it's like they need to kind of fix the bosses. Like, I understand why they're as difficult as they are, but kind of slightly lower the difficulty on some, and then raise it on others. Another issue that I have with the game, that I keep running into, is that sometimes you'll be swinging, and nothing hits. So you're sitting there like this. Like, 5 minutes of this, and then next thing you know, your health's gone, and this guy hasn't taken any damage. Which it's a server lagging issue, which sucks. It sucks when you hit that. I have died only twice from actually being bested by an enemy, but I've died at least 30 times from server lag, and it pisses me off. Like, so much. But I know they're working on it. They're updating. They're trying to make it a little bit more stable. So far, they've done pretty good. The NPCs, the problem with that was probably just the servers. So at least now the NPCs are actually loading. I can get into the game easier. Like, I'm not sitting there waiting in the queue line for like 20 minutes. It's now like, it shows up, you're in queue, you're like number 1,600 something, and then you get into the game. Sometimes, like, most of the time I don't even have to wait in the queue anymore. So it's gotten a lot better with getting you into the game, and, actually being stable once you're in the game. But they still have some issues, like the random server lag which just happen to show up while you're in combat. Then again, it could also be my internet that sucks. But yeah, overall, it's a good game. I feel like it's worth it. But I'm also a really big Elder Scrolls fan. So it's whatever you guys feel like. I recommend at least giving it a shot, looking at the game, trying it, borrow it from somebody or whatever. Just play it a little bit, see what you think. because it's definitely, to me, it's definitely worth it. It's getting better and better. They're getting way better with how stable the servers are, and yeah, so give it a shot. But yeah, overall, good game. Could be better. They're working on it though, so I imagine it's getting better. Plus, the DLCs are supposed to come out. It's supposed to go to the actual city in Cyrodiil, like the capital city. Which, if you've actually been to Cyrodiil, you know it's like blocked off. The bridges are gone. I've gone there, and there's fucking anchors all over the damn place if you're in that area. And the anchors while you're in Cyrodiil are stupid strong. Even if you out-leveled them, they're retardedly strong, just like all the other NPCs. And they're supposed to bring out fuck, I can't remember the name of the place. I'll probably say it wrong, actually, is what I'm getting at. It's the Orc homeland. You know, the word that I can't really say very well. Orcs are my favorite race because I'm a crafter, and I love crafting shit, and orcs are awesome, and they like to craft shit and then fight shit. So, yeah. But, I recommend getting the game. But you should at least try to borrow it from a friend or something and check it out. It's worth giving it a look at least. So, yeah.